Hello and welcome to Patched. I'm your host Paul James. Today I'm joined by Matto Phillips, Damo Camilleri. We're all here to do the whole new layout thing, and there's going to be shit going wrong. Matto, you're quite zoomed in.
I have a big head.
But we'll sort out the kinks soon enough, that's fine.
Spaghetti.
So this is just like patched big head mode.
It's like DK mode in GoldenEye.
Yeah, exactly. It's the best. So we're here today to talk about, what was it, 2 weeks ago that we did our predictions for the PS5, and then they delayed the event, so that aged very quickly.
All our predictions came true. That Ape Escape remake looks incredible.
I mean, I think we nailed a few things, but yeah, stuff like Ape Escape, not quite. I probably should have been more prepared and gone through all our predictions, but fuck it, we never get many right anyway, so it was fairly easy to just hedge the bets. So we're just going to, rather than do what a lot of other podcasts and even the Player 2 websites done, where we go through every single thing that pops up, the good and the bad and the ugly, we'll just kind of focus on the good, the bad, the ugly, but without actually having to tackle every single game. We'll just kind of deal with what matters to each of us. Obviously, there was some big AAA announcements, first-party stuff. There was third-party stuff. Some other little things in the middle there, indies as well. But what kind of floated your boats? Who wants to kick things off? Matto, Damo? Which one of you wants to talk about what you liked?
Well, because we're floating boats and tickling pickles, I think Matto should go.
Yeah, righto.
Oh, we're friends again, are we? After last week. Oh. Well, at least
Shit,
it's
he watched
too
it.
slow.
He watched it.
I got that episode in time with my dial-up internet. Thank you very much. No, I say my thumbs up. I'm going to a game that I've never played, not the franchise-wise. Ratchet and Clank.
How good is
That was fantastic.
incredible.
It did a lot of things. It just looked great. The whole portal thing looked great. But I reckon it showed more gameplay than the entire Xbox thing combined.
Yeah, the Xbox One probably had a combined gameplay thing of a minute, tops.
Yeah, max.
And yeah,
Ratchet and Clank about 3 minutes of just pure gameplay, and I thought, this is fantastic.
And
What's
then in
all
that
the
case, it's the
gameplay?
one of the games that isn't even coming out this year, so they kind of just smashed
I
it.
thought, oh, it's really wanting me to want to buy a PlayStation 5 now, just watching Ratchet and Clank, like, oh, you're pulling me strings here.
It felt like that scene in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where they're like jumping space
Oh, the
really
go
quickly.
through the loopholes.
Yeah.
Go through 40,
And I was
not 500.
Yeah, I'm looking at that, I'm like, wow, like that's really well executed. Like it's everything about it just was like, wow, like you nailed a whole bunch of crazy genres in one I mean, for me, obviously I felt like it was inspired by that. Probably not in any way, shape, or form of the matter. But it was just like, you know what I mean? Like it felt good. It's like, wow, this feels like it's going to be a lot of fun just looking at that. Like it was like, oh.
And
Well,
just
I mean,
grappling those little yellow things and just warping.
It really shows, because obviously one of the big things on the tech side that the PlayStation have been banging on about has been the SSD and what that can do for loading and all that sort of stuff, and like how you can just kind of load a full game or load a whole world just borderline instantly. The fact that now Ratchet's basically perfectly demonstrating exactly how that works, where he's being ripped from world to world, and it loads in the 2 seconds that it takes for you to kind of enter the portal and come out the other end. It's already loaded. You've dropped straight into the middle of a combat scenario, they demoed in a couple of those cases. I was on a tech side, I was blown away, and then as a Ratchet fan, I just wanted it now, as soon as possible.
It's actually making me want to go back and play Ratchet and Clank again.
Makes you just want to play it.
The old ones, or the
No,
Ratchet
no,
Clank
the
2016?
PlayStation 4 one.
Yeah. The game based on the movie, based on the game.
Yes.
2016 one, yeah. Fuck, that was a mess. As good as it was, but that was a mess. Anything else while we're continuing down that path? So yeah, Ratchet already, but anything else, Matto, that you took a real liking to there?
Ooh. Was it Deathloop?
Basically the same idea, right?
Yeah. I was watching it going, oh, this looks a lot like a Dishonored game. Then Bethesda comes up, I'm thinking, That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's the same team. Arcane's the team that did, and that particular Arcane studio too is the one that did Dishonored. So
Oh, there you go.
yeah,
It looked. I thought, oh, it's just a Dishonored sort of spin-off, but no.
I mean this
Sort
might
of felt
actually
like
be
it,
good. I can't get into Dishonored, but
Oh, I played the first one. I couldn't get into it either.
I want to like it.
I did like the Bond art style to it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
like the 007 real kind of, like, you know, yeah, just all that art, and it's like it felt like a
Silhouettes and all
very
that sort of stuff.
Bond intro-y kind of feel to it. Like, yeah, it was really cool. It was very like, I don't know. I feel like I'm making too many references to other things here, but I don't know. It was very heartwarming to watch that. Like, just like, oh, this feels fresh. Like, it's so exciting. Like, I don't know whether it was just the letdown from Xbox to have this be so goddamn good. Like, but
I mean,
every
they could have
trailer I
lit
watched, I was like,
they could have lit a turd in a bag on fire, and that would have been better than the Xbox thing from a couple of weeks back. So,
but that's fucking hilarious though. Like, douchebag's great. It's like, the old man
Is that
got
world
douched.
premiere? Here's a world premiere of gameplay.
2 seconds. Where was it?
Wait, did I miss it?
Yeah,
No,
no, it
apparently
wasn't great
even-
in that regard. But yeah, no, I was a big fan of Deathloop. Like I said, you know, wasn't a fan of Dishonored, but this kind of really spoke to me, and that kind of Bond style, like in terms of that silhouette sort of thing that they go for in the intro of the Bond movies. Like, yeah, that was really cool. I like that, and
Well, I think it's also too is just go out running gunners. No, none of this stealth rubbish. Just get your guns out and just shoot them, throw them,
and
use
there'll be
little
tons of
magic
strategy
tricks.
to it. Like, you'll have to learn, you know, the perfect run and all that sort of stuff. And for people who want to dive down that path, you can totally do that. But if not, you've still got this awesome, run and gun sort of craziness, hints of Doom, but without the demons.
Here
that
we
sort of
go
stuff.
again.
An interesting note that the game is temporarily exclusive for the PS5 when it comes out. So it's a third-party exclusive. No idea when it's going to come to Xbox, but it will eventually. They were very coy about the wording, but it is coming. It's a timed exclusive for the PS5, and will rock up elsewhere somewhere down the line.
Ah, so that's what Sony's been up to all this time.
Yeah,
Doing
pretty
the
much.
old sneaky.
So yeah, exactly. They've been throwing a lot of money around because also Ghostwire, which we may or may not talk about later, but Ghostwire Tokyo it's in the same boat. That'll come out in 2021, and that's going to be exclusive to the PS5 for a little while as well. So yeah, that's that. Damo, we'll throw over to you. How about you? What did you kind of really take a liking to? I assume we're going to get to other big PlayStation exclusives for sure. So
We're gonna get to a lot of them. My 3 big pops were on Cammy.
Kenna.
Kenna. That was like, I was like, that looks so cool. And then my mate's like, yeah, it's made by an indie studio, and I went, damn, that's even cooler.
And
Like,
was
they
it
have real
two brothers?
There
Are
are
the
a
two
few more
brothers?
people. There are a few more. Oh, as in the same team that did that, brothers.
Yeah,
No, this is a different.
that was a different one.
But we were talking, Damo, and we mentioned it before we started recording. There was this Majora's Mask fan film that was made, was put out on YouTube maybe 4 years ago, thereabouts. Like Majora's Mask: A Terrible Fate. It is like
so much.
when I first saw that, I was like, okay, Nintendo needs to recruit these guys somehow, get them on board, and get them to create a Majora's Mask remake or something like that. And in the end, they've gone off and made their own game, which I didn't necessarily think they were going to make a game based on that. They just made fan movies, and like that's awesome. But it turns out, they've got a penchant for making games, and they've recruited a few people. There's people that are ex Naughty Dog and those sort of guys that are on the team as well. So they've kind of picked some talent from different parts of the globe and pulled them in. And this game looks amazing.
No, looking incredible. I just kind of a real Pikmin feel meets Studio Ghibli with the kind of little fuzzy things, and then just really yeah, I mean, I watched everything last night, not even thinking that we were going to podcast about this. I just watched everything last night, and there's some things that are probably blurring.
Yeah.
Like right now, I know I'm getting this mixed up between, is it Little Devil or whatever you said before?
Little Devil inside one of them.
Yeah, I think I'm getting those two mixed up, but yeah, the enemies were really. Oh wait, no, it was like the kind of the red furry corruption stuff in this too. That like, and then like she heals the land and stuff like that. The bow and arrow, and it all kind of led into this magical thing that happened next on my big list of exciting things that I didn't think I was going to see. Horizon.
Okay, I wasn't sure who was going to get to that
Forbidden
first.
West.
Which of the three of us was going to do it? Because that's my number one thing out of this event.
Oh,
but-
Yeah,
all three of us.
beautiful.
We
Yeah.
have to talk about the elephant in the room. There's no way we're gonna wait. Like somebody's gonna be listening to this podcast. Like, why
Say
are you
it,
gonna
say
talk
it.
about this? It'll
Fuck, it
probably
looks
be
good.
King Kong
Holy
Monkey Dong.
shit.
Big King
What?
Dong.
Big,
Big
oh
King
yes,
Kong
our
Dong.
old Patreon mate King Kong Long Schlong Dong.
And then somebody's gonna be like, when are they gonna patch Horizon? And I'll be like, I don't know, bro. It was fun though. Oh gosh, the crabs, the giant turtles, the crocodile.
A bit of the fish or the turtle.
Yeah, like the real animals for a little while, and then all of a sudden you see I can't remember
Big
like
snapping
basically
turtle.
the bull thing that she rides come bouncing through and.
Oh, on the beach, yeah.
I was half
How long
expecting
did it
Crab
take for the two
Rave
of
to
you to
start.
realize? Wait, did you guys watch this thing live, or did you? Just
No,
watch
man, I
afterwards?
was asleep. I didn't
Come
even
on,
know there
man.
were games revealed.
Yeah,
Dude,
okay,
I had
right.
no
Yeah, me
idea.
either.
I was like, oh, it's
This
just the
was-
console, because that's what everyone was talking about. No one talked about the games.
Yeah, no, this was always
Every
gonna be a
tweet
games
was
event,
like-
so.
Yeah, but everybody's tweet was like, hey, did you see Cell's head? Or, hey, did you see the Tower of Mordor?
Oh yeah, or the modem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, there's been some good ones out there, and we'll definitely talk about the console a little bit later. But yeah, the game's pretty awesome. But it was one of those ones like for me and I was watching it live at the time, and then the music started to crank in the headphones and going, oh fuck, hang on, I know what this is. And look, I think we all predicted it anyway, so I think it was only a matter
It was
of time.
gonna
I think.
happen.
But saving the best arguably the best till last, depending on your
Well, second
perspective.
last in their case.
Oh yeah, then the console.
Marbles was
Yeah.
the big marbles were after that was
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a weird way to do it, but anyway, whatever. Yeah, that game is stunning, and
It just looked brilliant.
they
that
didn't put a date
carrot.
on it, but it's clearly going to be next year.
Oh, I was so hoping for a release title. Just to blow sales out of the box, like bag. Just like, hey, by the way,
Take my money.
Horizon's there as well, and it just be like, oh.
Yeah, I was kind of
Randy
like
Marsh.
tossing and turning. That's the best reference. ever.
Oh,
I was tossing and turning a little bit over it. Like when Spider-Man got announced at the beginning, and we'll get to Spider-Man as well, I'm sure. When Spider-Man got announced at the very beginning there, and then they said it's a launch game, or they at least said holiday 2020, which that's all they're saying for the console, so clearly a launch game. I'm like, oh shit, that probably means, and I'm like, my big prediction was that Horizon was going to be launched. I'm like, okay, I don't think Horizon's now going to come out this year, but then I started kind of wrestling with myself a little bit, like, do they go kind of the 1-2 punch, just try and bash down Halo, or like what's the kind of the plan here? But then no date. I think it's fair to assume it'll probably come out next year. It could, who knows? It could
June
go,
24th next year, my birthday. Happy birthday, everyone, from me.
nice.
what you expected to get it?
My
Yeah,
kid,
that's it.
my
I
kid
gave
said
it.
that it's going to go
Yeah,
head to head
happy
with
Spider-Man.
Witcher again. I mean, we've got Breath of the
Oh,
Wild,
thanks.
like Breath of the Wild or Shitty Witcher went head to head with Horizon last time, and I've got just a sneaky gut feel that it may happen again. So,
I'm
They can't
definitely
do
not going
that to
Shitty
me.
Witcher.
I mean, I hope
Because
not.
I would have to play Shitty Witcher first.
Ah, you clown.
Nah. I'm going the other way.
Look,
They
look,
need to do
okay?
something to kind of change my...
I am a tight ass, okay? I'm a tight ass, and the price of Zelda games skyrockets after they release on Amazon and other places. So the quicker I get in and grab that, the better.
Yeah, fair. You do you.
Horizon, there's a billion copies of it. It's
And it'll drop and-
Paul when he beats it in a week because he's just like, I haven't slept in 5 days.
I mean,
and I'd
I
be like,
still haven't
cool,
played the
how
last
was it?
I haven't played through the entirety of The Last of Us Part 2 yet. Like, I just want to smash through that thing, so...
Well, just
Yeah.
wait till everyone else buys it. Then it'll just be a PlayStation hit.
Yeah,
So there's that too.
Paul,
Done.
Paul, buy enough copies to make it a PlayStation hit. Thanks.
I'll give it a crack.
Nah, but yeah, no, Horizon. That was pretty incredible. And then you said Spider-Man as well. That
Yeah,
was,
let's talk Spidey because
that was unexpected, especially being unexpected that it was Miles.
Surprised everyone wasn't going to get upset about it. Going, it's not Peter Parker. Shut up. There's more than one Spider-Man.
There is more than one Spider-Man. I think what really did really well for him is that Enter the Spider-Verse being such a big hit and doing so well. Like that's really cracked open the door to allow like Miles to shine.
But they really did set up
Nicolas
the Miles
Cage is
story
next.
in the last game anyway.
Yeah,
that
they
is true.
might have set him up, but it can still upset people that, it's like, it's a full Spider-Man game. You know what comic book fans are like, man.
Oh,
They're
and
real
I mean,
salty.
the thing is, it's probably not a real Spider-Man. Like, this isn't Spider-Man 2. This is a 100% like a bridging thing.
What was that game that you used to like call with the electric guy?
Oh, Infamous.
Yeah, isn't that just like this, like Dying Light or whatever?
Oh yeah, First Light. There was the
Second Son.
Well, Second Son was the actual like big proper game, and then First Light kind of spun off that. I was like, oh great, it's gonna be a bridging game, and then a sequel to Second Son never came.
Yeah.
R.I.P. But anyway, yeah, no, this is 100% like some bridging game in the middle there, and Miles is going to obviously have a huge part to play in Spider-Man 2 when it eventually comes out. But
It looks like it goes into a different dimension, though.
Oh, the Spider-Verse? Maybe they are
Different
pulling on
dimension.
The Spider-Verse. Or maybe we're mixing up in some...
Where'd you pull this?
Well, going by like the trailer, there's all this futuristic shit going on. You're looking at it going, ooh, hang on. This doesn't feel like...
Wasn't that like Saber? Or Sable, or whatever they were called in... Thing? Didn't they have like some crazy tech? Like maybe it's
Maybe.
like...
they had some pretty crazy sort of future style tech.
Maybe it's like, what was that? What was the first movie? Home Away from Home, where like the Vulture was only able to have super cool tech. Yeah, Homecoming. Yeah, he was have super cool tech because he stole it from all the alien ships. So maybe this is just like a terrorist group that's stolen all Sable tech and improved on it.
Yeah, but
Makes
sense.
Ooh.
I hope, because I don't want to jump dimensions yet, because that means Spider-Gwen would be there, and it's just a little too much for me right now. Just give me one Spider-Man at a time. Okay?
And Nicolas Cage will come in.
He just rocks up
And
in
it's
the
just on
game
for young and old.
Hey guys.
Hey, what do you call it? Patty Samo. Bow bow. So that makes no sense, Nick Cage. Whatever.
Who cares? I'm just gonna do me.
Yeah.
So did either of you like? I really enjoyed this one popping up. We've obviously already mentioned Kenner, but those three, like Spider-Man, Ratchet, Horizon, and then Kenner were probably my top 4 games out of the whole thing. But did any of you like enjoy Sackboy's like the little boy, the Little Big Planet kind of game that's coming? Clearly that's one yes.
I think that opening trailer was incredible. Like just the way that got showed off. Just the cat thing, and then it's like zooms out and poof, it's Sackboy. It's like, no way, that's cool. I didn't expect a new Sackboy game, to be honest. I really didn't. Like Little Big Adventure, whatever it's called, Tiny Big Planet.
Little Big Planet. They've dropped that name, and all the creation stuff at the same time. I think that's them going. We don't want to kind of confuse people with Little Big Planet and Dreams at the same time.
Yep.
All 10 people.
I mean, dropping the creation thing's fine as long as there's enough gameplay in there to, thing. Cool to see the 4 players. It's cool to see all the, customization of your sack. Make sure you tap your friend's sack. It's all good.
And I guess another one for me. We've kind of each thrown 1 or 2 out there so far. I've become a fan of the franchise in recent years since Matt Houston has just been bombarding me with reviews for this franchise since Resident Evil 7 came out.
Village.
Yeah, Resident Evil Village or Resident Evil 8 Village or...
Didn't watch the
9?
trailer for this.
No, it's not 9, it's 8. It has to be 8.
No, it was 8 because they've kind of turned the V,
the 3,
I,
the V,
and the L's
I.
into...
No, it wasn't
8.
IV.
So it could be like Resident Evil 8-age. Like I'll go with that just to fuck with their naming and whatnot. But sorry, Kat, if you're watching. This is bad PR for you game.
8-age.
But yeah, Resident Evil Village looks pretty awesome. All the rumors about it being kind of there being werewolves and being set out in the snow and all that sort of stuff turned out to be 100% on the money. But it looks pretty sweet. It's coming out next year. So, did either of you two enjoy what you saw there?
I didn't even see it. Sorry.
Oh, all good.
I'm just not a Resident Evil fan. I don't know. It's kind of wrong to like skip a trailer during an event to, not try something before you, But it's just like just not for me. Unfortunately, I don't doubt that game won't be incredible. Like Mr. X was in that other game that came out. What was that? Resident Evil.
Mr. X in Resident Evil 2, yeah, the remake.
Yeah, 2, yeah, the remake. I'm sure that games like that are incredible, but yeah, it's just. So Matto, over to you.
Yeah, any other particular favourites from for both of you here? You two really enjoying the fact that GTA 5 is coming to another generation?
That makes no sense.
And
also, you can see that.
But
you get it for free.
The event with that.
But apparently you get it for free.
You get You get GTA Online for free if you're a PS4 player. Already,
why?
Which is
but
weird.
if you got like another account on another console, why would you want to start again from scratch? Unless you can transfer it over.
Yeah, I think your data would transfer over because anyone who plays on PS4, they're giving $1 million GTA bucks.
A week.
A month?
Month?
Something.
Or,
I think
it might be a month.
But either way, it's a lot of GTA bucks.
Finally buy that golf course I've always wanted. Unless it's multiplayer.
I don't even bother with the online.
I've been playing it a little bit.
I didn't bother with 5.
Yeah, fair.
There you go.
They're talking about Grand Theft Auto and a really weird plug into the next game to talk about. Gran Turismo, because there's a G and a T there. Not that I play kart racing games like that at all, but that trailer looked incredible.
It looked really good.
Yeah.
Everything was shining. Everything. Even the shine had shine. It was like, hey, ray tracing.
Yeah.
Enjoy. And it's like, I watched it, like, my mate brought a new TV, yeah. So it's like 4K, like ultra, as high as you can go.
Yeah.
And watching it on that, it was just like, wow. I think I might need to buy a new TV just for this PlayStation. Like, they've won me over as a consumer. I don't believe in just upgrading tech for, if it ain't broke, don't get a new one. But the bastards are doing it to me. Like, it's so, everything looked so good. And I mean, yeah, we touched on Little Devil, but like, just even something like that. Sorry, people. I can't human with it's like, it's just so.
Look, it's a good thing that we've gone with this new layout and we don't see the table there lifting a couple inches in front of you at the moment, because that's all cropped
my ironing board.
Yeah, the ironing board. Yeah, it's just sprung up a little bit there, but no one will know, so that's all right. All good.
Paul made an erection joke.
Shit.
What if our like 12-year-old listeners are going, what's he talking about? What's an ironing board?
They are 12 and they are watching this. They have access to the internet. There is a lot worse things on here than Paul's terrible jokes.
So, any other games that really kind of took your fancy, or are we about to move on to some of the things that maybe didn't impress as much?
Yeah.
I mean that, what's it called? Ash? It's the Hyperlight Drifter.
Oh yeah, from Solar Ash. Yep.
Solar Ash. That looked really cool. I have no idea. I've never played Hyperlight Drifter. So for a game to like attract me and suck me in just via art alone, I was like, well, I guess you succeeded in, selling me something else today.
Yeah, it looks pretty awesome.
But yeah, we can move on to non-impressive.
Probably the only other one or other games really that kind of impressed me that we haven't discussed in any sort of detail yet was this Project Athia, the Square Enix kind of RPG thing that, like, it's probably years and years away still at this point. But
you can have the power to grow tree roots.
Yeah, the trailer looked pretty awesome. And then what I discovered after the fact, thanks to Twitter, is that Gary Whitta, he does Kind of Funny Games Daily, but he is also the one who wrote Star Wars Rogue One, and he wrote The Book of Eli, and he was one of the writers on the first season of Telltale's The Walking Dead. Like, the guy's got chops, and he's at least part of the team that is writing for this game. So I'm like, okay, narrative-wise, I think I'm going to be into it, or like I trust that it's going to be a good story. So I was pretty happy with that. But yeah, besides that, everything else was like, it was alright, but there wasn't necessarily anything really that blew me away at that point. I was just happy with everything else. So I guess leading into some things that, I not necessarily shit, but didn't impress as much. Was there anything from either of you that didn't tickle your pickle? As we continue with
Gran
these penis jokes.
Turismo.
Wait, didn't you just what?
The other half of the 10-minute trailer.
Yeah, right. It looks good, but I don't care.
Yeah, no, and that's it. That's just because I have no interest in playing the game. It looked incredible. You sold me on it. Awesome. I'm not gonna play it. That's great. Move on. And I know it's such a thing to be like, oh well, it wasn't for you, and that's fine. I'm not saying that it was bad. It just didn't give me.
You're not a racing game guy.
No, and so it was a surprise. It was a surprise. I watched the trailer, and it was like I only watched it because my mate was like, "You have to watch this because it's good looking."
Matto, what about you?
That's
anything that didn't
ask
really
him in the middle of a drink, mate. Gosh.
Sorry. I'd say Stray didn't really interest me that much. I don't know why.
What the fuck that is. Like,
it's just something about cats and
I was like,
human races are finally
Chappie,
eliminated.
the video game. Wait, no, it's about
Wasn't
a cat.
that from years ago?
Oh,
Like,
really?
there was a trailer for this years ago. I'm sure there was a cat thing with robots years ago, and it's only now coming into fruition.
I mean, if that's, I'll have to take your word for it. I don't remember anything like that, but that's not to say it didn't exist. Like, there's thousands of games out there, so you could very well be right.
What's the other one? Bugsnax?
Yeah, that Bugsnax.
It really looks more like a kid's game than anything.
What?
Well, it comes from
The one with the strawberries and the hamburgers, and when you eat them, you turn into a hamburger.
Yeah, I don't know what's
It
going on
looked
with
like
that.
Silicon Valley, but like shit.
It comes from the team that did Octodad. I don't know if either of you remember Octodad, the one that's like he's an octopus. He's an octopus, and he's trying to blend into society and make everyone.
Had a
He's
reference.
just minding his own business. He's got a family, Paul. Don't stop attacking him.
I wasn't.
Oh.
That was kind of a fun, stupid game, but I.
He's there hanging out with Steve from Minecraft, and no one caring about him.
Yeah, but I was instantly put off Bugsnax with the horrible Aussie accent.
Was it was it an actual Aussie, or just someone trying to be an Aussie?
Someone trying to be Aussie, I'm guessing, or it was someone with a
That's just how
genuinely
bad we
horrific
sound.
Australian accent. But
Well, we can't even pick our own Aussies and going, wow, that's really bad, and going, no, they're actually Australian, going, oh no, I've become one of them.
for me, one that really actually there was probably two that really didn't kind of impress me. One was Ghostwire Tokyo. As much as we've been kind of high on that previously, the other Bethesda game, I was really hyped after they showed it at E3 last year, but the demo, like the tone of that didn't really match with the tone from the initial trailer, and I'm kind of a little, I don't know, I don't hate the game, but I've lost enthusiasm for the game off the back of that. So
Yeah, I thought it was meant to be some survival horror thing.
yeah, now
That's
it
what
looks
it
like
felt
more
like.
of an action game in a supernatural world, which is still cool, but it's not really what I was getting hyped for off the back of seeing it the first time around. The other one that really did nothing for me was this game called, and it was debuted for the first time, Jet, The Far Shore. It was, I don't even know what that game's meant to be. It was just like, we're flying off in space here. And then it wasn't like a No Man's Sky thing, like we're stopping off at different worlds and there's cool different things and it looks different and blah blah blah, and okay, it's a weird mishmash of different limbs and you might get some crazy ass fucking dinosaurs. Like they didn't even show that. It was just, you just kind of flew off into space. I'm like, I don't know what this game is. I don't know why I should care.
If you want to see dinosaurs, just go back to the Ratchet and Clank trailer, because didn't they go back to like a prehistoric time to start off with?
Yeah,
that was great.
Vintage Ratchet and Clank, but yeah.
Oh, there was that other game that, it didn't stick with me too well. Not Research.
Yeah,
Returnal?
Returnal.
Returnal.
Yeah.
The game that Mass Effect should have made. That's what it looked like to me. I thought, oh, it's a Mass Effect game.
So this is the team that did Resogun back and Next Market and all
Did
those
what?
arcade games. Resogun on the PS4. Yeah, they're like Super Stardust and Alien Nation and like Dead Nation and all that stuff. Like all arcade games, and they were nearly dead. And they did that whole arcade is dead thing a few years ago because they just weren't making any money on it. Despite the fact that their games are clearly better than any other arcade games coming out. But they've found a way to survive. PlayStation's pulled them back in. This is exclusive to PlayStation. I don't know. I didn't mind it, but yeah, I was a little bit confused by it, I guess.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Again, it wasn't something that I was like, "This is bad." It was just like,
What are you doing, lady?
yeah, like it looked incredible. That was the thing. It did look incredible. I'm like, oh, it's interesting, but it just, yeah, wasn't. I don't know. It just doesn't look like my kind of a thing. Like, and maybe by that time, like I think I had watched other trailers that had just gave me the adrenaline rush of like a lifetime. Like I think I watched Ratchet and Clank before I watched that one.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of like
Yeah, it's a bit of a letdown.
poor timing on my behalf because I think I was still on the high of like thinking like, what?
Well, no, but even in the actual showing,
Yeah,
like
Ratchet and Clank was first
or
before
came
Returnal.
Spider-Man, GT, Ratchet all came before
Returnal.
Returnal. So it did kind of have a tricky situation for itself. So
Yeah.
any other games at all that didn't really float the boat, or are we going to move on to the console?
NBA 2K.
Oh yeah, go on, because you were
Let's say,
an annual
if-
2K person.
Yeah, I say if they put as much effort into that trailer as they would into their gameplay, it'd be great.
But I mean, everyone still like outside of the microtransaction bullshit. Everyone seems to still love 2K and what they've been doing there.
Yeah, I know, but it's just you see all the sweat coming off and going, "Where's all that sweat in my game?"
Oh yeah, I mean that was a bit weird. Like Zion Williamson,
fired.
like, the
Shots
sweat was
fired.
flowing at the top and looked supernatural, and then you look at his legs and it's like I think you've just
Chicken legs.
stuck. Well, no, not that, but like they've just stuck this layer on top and it doesn't change. It was a bit weird.
Just everyone, look at the head. Look at the head. Look
Yeah,
at the
just
sweat.
focus up here. Don't look. And even if you look at the trailer that they put out there, it's like a massive zoomed in thing, right of like basically just showing
head.
from about here to here on his face. Like and they're just emphasizing the sweat. I'm like, if that's how you want to sell your basketball game,
That's how far we've come in graphics.
Yeah.
Sweat.
which I guess is cool. But let's focus on basketball first.
Focus
Right,
on the damn game.
Yeah, the console. What do we think about the design? Do we like it? Do we not?
I don't
Yeah.
mind it.
It's cool.
Okay, so that's 3 thumbs up for us then. That was an easy one.
Yeah, I don't know why people are saying it.
I don't mind the memes
Yeah.
and the jokes. Like that's funny.
Yeah, I don't.
Like,
Yeah,
the
it's the
Xbox
thing,
Series
but
X
when
looks
people,
good, but it also looks like a fridge.
yeah, what is it? Do you want the router or do you want the fridge?
Yeah.
Why
So,
not
right, well,
both?
I want the router. Like I already have a fridge, so fuck off. No one needs more routers in their life. Tell you
Yeah.
that.
You need one. That's it.
Oh wait, sorry, no one needs more fridges. My bad. Sorry, let's scrap that. Edit that out. Clap here.
Not happening.
Okay. I didn't say that. Oh fuck.
No, we want more PlayStations.
I do. Yeah, I do like the look of it. It looks nice. I mean, it'd be nicer in black, I guess. Shit. Give me 5 different colors to choose from.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's going to be the thing down the track, is that they'll just go, oh, hey, here's another selection of consoles you can pick.
Yeah, here's the special edition Horizon one. And I'm like, damn it, why did I buy a PlayStation when the new special edition Horizon one came out?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there.
With an earpiece on the side.
What do we think about the all digital and like the basically PS5 SAD and
SAD?
like oh no, actually the SAD came from the Xbox, the S. Okay, right, I stuffed that one up, but Xbox ad. Yeah, we got a digital version and then a disc-based version. Are we all right with this, Matto? I know
Okay.
given your circumstances, you'd have no. Sorry, I'm
Oh,
just,
we're coming back to this, are we?
yeah, right, you got shit internet.
He's catching up, Paul. Don't worry.
He is catching up. That obviously, yeah, I think if you were getting one, you'd be getting the disc-based one. But like,
Oh yeah.
Damo, do you
No
feel
doubt
at all
about it.
tempted to go all digital with this one, or?
You could legit knock off $200 on the all digital one. Fuck it, make it $500 knockoff. I will still buy the disc-based one because you make that money back in 12 months. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way. Like, if you buy a new released game, most times you get it for $69 by price
Nice.
matching anywhere, or even $79. Where a new release is $100 straight away on the store. And don't get me wrong, giving more money to companies and everything is great. I don't love physical things and creating more e-waste and things like that. But
What?
you know, 12 months I save more money than what I've saved on the console, and then I can also trade in the things that I don't actually like.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, yeah, I'm going to buy this amazing game. I'm going to give Resident Evil a try. I hate it. Damn it. Okay, let's trade it in. And I don't like trading in, but a 7-day or 12-day, whatever EB gives you
I
return.
think 7. Is it 14? I thought it used
I
to be
think the
7.
high. I think the
Yeah,
higher you are up on your
The high
Oh,
levels.
your little levels
carrots.
card. Oh, your
Yeah.
carrot stash.
carrot stash.
I don't even know what to do with all my carrots now.
I'm full of
Just wait
carrots.
for level 5.
I
Wait
did
for
have
the
level
invite
5 for a while there, and then I
Did
didn't.
you?
Yeah, and the very first wave of level 5s, I was in that and fell off it very quickly because I don't trade anything. So fuck you, EB.
But,
I'll keep my money
Oh.
but
and my
But
games.
that's it. Like, I mean, to me, for some people, yeah, it's the thing. Like, they don't buy CDs anymore. They have their Spotify. They don't buy movies anymore. They've got their Netflix. They
Netflix.
don't buy games anymore because it's all on the store. But
Yeah, I'm a little.
someone
I'm a
has
little
to
torn in
someone
my
has to
case.
get a job to pack my stuff, then to send it to me. Like, I still enjoy going into a game store and talking to the staff and the other people collecting their games.
And you always find that one bargain. You go, ooh, you don't get that on a digital
Yeah.
store.
Buy
think that-
3
that's
for
the-
$10.
That's the big problem at
You're
the
like,
moment is
"Get
the fact
outta
that
here."
you can't. Like the retails are undercutting the digital stores all the time. So you could be you're kind of throwing away $30-$40 in some cases. Now I'm sure that won't be as steep at the very beginning. The PS5 first comes out, they'll try and squeeze every dollar out of you at the beginning. But eventually that'll change. I am a little torn in my case only because I do really want to go digital next gen. Obviously I get luxury that I do get sent codes from time
What
to time.
about all
when I'm
those
trying to go
collector's
on digital.
editions, Paul?
But that's the issue. Is that unless collector's edition, like for example, when Spider-Man comes out and inevitably has a collector's edition, I want that.
There,
When
there, with
Horizon
your
comes
disc
out,
just trying
I
to-
want that. Like, so what am I just going to sit here
It
with this
doesn't
disc?
go
Like, it's
in.
useless. So unless they're going to do, and we've seen some companies do it over the course of the last couple of years, where they put out a collector's edition without the game. If they're going to do that, then I guess that changes things a little bit for me, where you can buy the Horizon 2 collector's edition with the game or without it, like that. Then you're kind of talking to me a little bit, but otherwise, like, I don't want to have a digital version, buy that collector's edition that I want, so then I've bought this extra copy of the game and I then have to buy it digitally as well so I can actually play it. Like, it doesn't. I'm kind of torn there. So I think the question I'm probably asking myself is, what do I do first? Because I'll end up with 2 PS5s eventually down the line, like I did with the PS4. One of them was the Pro, obviously, but like, I don't know. Like, I'm actually still wrestling with it a little bit at the moment. Even the backwards compatibility thing. Like, I don't want to have, like, to be able to pop my disc into the PS5. I can kind of put the Pro to bed for a little while. You could not be lining yourself up any better with our new framing. Like, that worked perfectly. Just so you know. But yeah, like,
Paul's all about frame data.
oh no, you nailed it. But like, I am kind of wrestling with that a little bit. Like, what do I do? I want my collectors. I want to be able to save $30 at retail. I don't want to have to pay full price digitally, and it doesn't seem like PlayStation or Xbox are willing to kind of budge just yet. So I'm probably going to end up getting one with the disc drive for now. maybe the majority of my stuff is all digital still, but I've got a disc drive, and that way when I do get my fancy collector's editions or I want to play a PS4 game on my PS5, I can. I feel like I'm just limiting my options, I guess, by going all digital. So
Yeah.
it depends on what the price difference is, I guess.
Yeah, that's it. What if it was cost more? Like, can you imagine the outrage
For
on
the
that?
digital version.
Yeah, it's all digital. And it's like, hey, this costs $30 more. And it's like, but it comes with Spider-Man. It's like,
The first one. Oh.
It's the
comes with
PS4.
Spider-Man
It's a
3.
PS4 disc. It's not even a port. It's a PS4 disc. Here you go. Enjoy.
Yeah. No, I mean the control looks cool too. Like,
Oh,
I was
that feature on it. Ooh.
What feature?
The USB port. Oh, it's magnificent. They showed all the
Has he
features.
used-
USB port, like, wow. That is fantastic. A USB port. Who would have thought that?
In a video game
The
console.
other features,
A
but
piece of
also the other feature
computer.
for it as well, the dual charge thing.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I just find it's like that was there before, and I
Well,
don't
they
understand
were
the whole
third-party ones.
3D
They were third-party
audio.
ones.
I don't understand.
Have you played Hellblade, the original?
No.
Play Hellblade. That'll instantly answer whether it's on PS4 or Xbox. Obviously, the sequel will be only on Xbox, but play Hellblade, and that'll help you learn all you need to learn about 3D audio. It's unbelievably good what they've done there. Damo, did you ever play it?
No, I was discussing 3D audio with my friend today though. So it was like,
well, both of
What
you
about
go-
that HD?
so
camera.
Matto, just imagine like, remember shitty phones, and you'd listen to your music like that, annoying everybody around you, like
Yes.
just that. Then like imagine like bad TV speakers that are still existing on even fantastic TVs today, but then having a hardware that processes the audio so well that those shitty speakers actually sound good. That's like
What?
3D audio. It's like wait, what the fuck? I haven't got surround sound. Why the fuck does that sound like it's behind me?
Yeah,
Like,
and that's kind of the big thing, especially like headphone technology allows you to do it now already, obviously.
That's crazy.
That's how,
Yeah,
like when
it's
you go to play
nuts.
Hellblade, they
I
actually
wanna get on
recommend
board.
headphones. Try
It's-
Hellblade.
It's like it's
Hellblade.
setting up for like future VR, like
Oh.
sound. Like it's so on game about so many things. I'm sorry, people. I'm
fanning
not
out.
fatigued. I'm just and I'm not saying that I'm not shitting on the Xbox in any way, shape, or form. But this did just blow it out of the water. It was so damn good. And it's not
Yeah.
even me, like, you look at the specs side by side, I would go, oh yeah, the Xbox looks like it's going to outperform. But I don't care because from the PlayStation side of things, I saw everything I wanted to see and more.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
It was
that's
like,
the thing.
God damn it.
The stuff that was
You marketed
unsaid,
that.
the stuff that was unsaid, and I don't mean in terms of the price and the release date, because obviously that is a
Ha,
sticking point.
storage. We
That
still
is-
need about
yeah, and that too, and
storage.
storage. Like there's a
But-
few things they're hiding in terms of the console itself, but the other things they're not saying, like what Sony Santa Monica's up to, which obviously is God of War 2, but like them, we didn't see anything from Naughty Dog, we didn't see anything from Sucker Punch, obviously because they're doing The Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima. Like 3 of their biggest studios didn't even feature. Like those
didn't need to. Oh,
And
how
they
about
didn't
the
need to. No,
PlayStation
you're right.
Studios?
Yeah, I actually get to see the PlayStation Studios name popping up all the time was pretty cool. But like the biggest names outside of Guerrilla with Horizon and Insomniac with Spider-Man didn't even show up, and yet they still
Insomniac had 2 games.
yeah, Insomniac had 2 because they're amazing. But like it's kind of incredible what they did without even kind of diving too deep into the well of stuff.
Because this would have been like E3 time, wouldn't it? Normally.
It would have been,
Yeah.
yeah. Last
So
week
this- Oh, far
would have been
out.
E3 week.
It's insane. To think I just played Link's Awakening this year.
So
No, but
any last thoughts on the console at all? Now that we've seen it, and we've got 2 different versions, slap a price on both for me.
I
what do you
need a
think?
third version though. I need a version that instead of doing this, just goes up.
I think it
Ah.
can.
Oh no, it can.
It actually can.
Yeah. There's
It
photos.
can?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's horizontal.
Oh well.
Two
Color
versions.
tickle my pickle green. I don't give a shit. That's incredible. Whew.
Yeah, no, it stands sideways. It's a bit weirder if you're talking about the one with the disk drive because there is like this extra bump.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So it's got to go the other way.
But you can stand it, so
I hope it's
Oh, on its
cockroach proof.
it'll be fine.
I think that'd be the
Okay.
first thing they look into.
As well as the fan, so it doesn't sound like a jet engine.
Okay. Price $8.99.
For the most expensive one, for the disc-based one.
Yes.
Yeah. What about the digital one?
$7.99.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh,
Matto?
$50 difference. I could be like that last week.
$100 off.
Oh, you're gonna go $1 under.
I got a day I just say $850, but no, I'm not. I'm gonna go $750 for the disc one. I reckon $600 for the digital.
That'd be alright.
I think it's that whole 4K Ultra Blu-ray thing or whatever it is, because that's gonna put the price through the roof.
Does it?
I
I mean, the
feel like-
Xbox Series X has that in it. Sorry, the Xbox One X already has that in it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Did you hear it?
So,
Shows how much I've
Well,
used
this
it.
is why you are the late game reviewer.
yeah.
You're just gonna be like reviewing HD Blu-ray 4K
he's-
things
Well,
Now,
considering
also
I did get
for
a PS3 4
HDVDs.
years ago after it. Yes, in 2016 I got my PS3.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
how
I got a
good is-
PS3 on the
Years.
weekend.
Oh,
Did
right.
ya?
Nice.
Hey, now I'm gonna go find like a Super Nintendo or something and just outdo you. Or find it.
The OG.
Find
Or the
a
Atari.
ColecoVision.
EcoVision, nice. For me, I'm gonna
Power
say
glove.
$750 for the big beast with the disc, and $700 without. So it's only gonna be $50.
Oh,
$50.
50.
That's all. That's all it's gonna cost.
So
That's-
might as well just go the disc then,
well, yeah.
if that's the case.
I just
Yeah,
don't think
if
it's gonna make
that's-
a huge difference. And yeah,
if
that
you're
kind of
debating-
justifies the decision. Like $50 for a disc drive that allows me to do anything and everything. It kind of makes a decision for me. Worst case, it's a $100 difference. So maybe $650.
Worst case. Do not turn on.
So yeah. Any last thoughts at all before we wrap this one up? Because
So would you cover it in plastic so the white doesn't get dirty?
I would vinyl this one if they, if they release a cool
I'd
looking
wax it
vinyl
like a surfboard.
actually, I don't know if you've noticed, there's been some like high res photos that have been taken of it. Actually, like all on the outside of it, all the white bits on the controller as well. I think it's all the little PlayStation symbols, like the circle, square, triangle, cross. They're all like tiny little things. All like it's the texture of the actual outside of it. It's not just a simple flat or matte or whatever surface. It's actually got that little dimpling into it. So that's a little bit of extra trivia for you.
There you go.
Cool.
Now just give me the console.
In black.
Me want money now.
Yeah,
No,
Let
me
me
want
blame-
PlayStation now.
yeah.
Let
Both.
me change the color of the lights too. That'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be cool. If it it matches up with what's going on in your controller at the time.
Yep, that would be
Or
sweet.
what game you're playing, that would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Mm.
If you enjoyed
And
this
it
episode,
has a-
be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All the buttons down below. Hit the notification bell. That way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live on the channel. That includes Patch, The Insider, Player 2 Plays, like Game Review, Gamer School, and a whole bunch more. Visit the website, player2.net.au, for reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, links to the podcast, Patched, Player 2 Pixelcast, and Dev Diary, where there's been some awesome guests in recent weeks and months. Also, just on the reviews bit, go and check out Matt Houston's review of, since we're talking about PlayStation stuff, Matt Houston's review of The Last of Us Part 2.
Like
he gave
everyone else.
Gave it a very nice score, but it was a really kind of enlightening sort of look into his experience with the game, because that game is brutal as fuck. And it's the sentiment on the internet is it's really screwing with people's heads, and Matt really outlined it in a lot of detail. So go check out that review. We're also on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au, kicking a few bucks. At lower tiers, early access, higher tiers, multi-episode exclusives, and there's the whole magazine thing. When the Player 2 5th Anniversary magazine comes out, you'll just get a copy of it sent to you in the post.
I feel like in 5 years' time, you're still going to be saying that.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I hope not.
Like, you'll be getting a magazine.
I'm trying to promote it properly, but if it goes south, Matt's digging me a deep
It'll be
hole.
like, this will be like the Duke Nukem Forever of books.
Yeah. It'd be worth it. And then there's Twitter. Matto, you are at
Matto_Phil.
Damo, you
In
are
brackets, dial up.
Guys, still.
Paul James Games for me. The website's Player2au. And until next time, PS5 is awesome. It's better than Xbox Series X, but let's see what they can do anyway. And we'll see you next time.
You can't see me.